Carol. I am the editor of Project NOSH, and I'm here with John Lesser, who is a Senior Director of Marketing at Kind Snacks. Thanks so much for joining us today, John.
Happy to be here.
So, let's start off. Can you tell me a little bit more about your role at Kind?
Yeah, at Kind Snacks, which is a company that is built upon developing products with ingredients you can see and pronounce, nutritionally rich ingredients. I work on the brand team, specifically on our innovation portfolio. So I've been a part of launching our granola clusters, our healthy grains bars, and a lot of the innovation you see at the show today.
Wow, that sounds like a really fun, exciting job, especially at a brand as unique as Kind. So what new products are you guys launching at the show?
We've got a number of new products at the show this year. We have our Kind Sweet and Spicy launch. We've got our Kind Fruit Bites, our Kind Breakfast Protein, and a mini version of our classic Kind bars that we're calling Kind Minis.
Those all sound delicious. Which one are you super excited by? Do you think is really going to shake up the market?
Yeah, I mean, every time we work on innovation at Kind, we think about what can really change a category. And with Kind Fruit Bites, we have a category disruptor. So if you think about the fruit snack category, a lot of the competition has added sugar throughout their product, whether it's added, sugar as itself, tapioca syrup, or juice concentrates, which are also effectively added sugar. Our product, Kind Fruit Bites, is made with 3 ingredients. Apples, cherries, and strawberry is all you have in one of our products.
Well, we certainly can't wait to see that hit shelves and what happens with that. But I'd love to know, how do you guys approach innovation at Kind? What does the process kind of look like?
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty fluid innovation process at Kind. Any idea can start from anyone within the company. Obviously, the original innovation came from our founder, Daniel Lebetsky, and he's still involved in the innovation process. We have a world-class new product development team that's constantly ideating, thinking about, where are there categories where there might be a health outage that we can really change what's happening and bring something better for the consumer. And then, of course, the brand team also has a role to play to say, hey, yes, it might be a great idea, it might taste great, but is the consumer really going to react positively to it? And so all 3 of those components play a key role in figuring out kind of what the right innovation territory is for the brand.
That sounds like a process you guys have really refined over the years. Something we see brands sometimes struggle with is, how do you avoid, innovating and coming up with innovative products just for the sake of innovation?
Yeah, I think we see that too. And we sometimes, as we're developing products, we love how they taste, but when we think about them, we also want to think about, what role will they play in our lives, right? We all only can eat so many snacks in a day, and so we want to make sure that if we're developing something new, it's going to be better for the consumer because it has a nutritionally rich ingredient, and it's going to be incremental for the Kind brand, something that's really going to either find a new consumer for us or a new occasion for consumers that we already have.
And when you're going through that process, how do you figure out what the key stakeholders are and sort of filter out that extra noise that maybe, is kind of a good idea, but going down a bit of a wormhole?
Yeah, at Kind, we really think about our teammates as, trusted members of the Kind family. And so everybody's opinion can really matter. But to your point, we need to kind of hone in on where's the focus and what ideas will work. And so we always engage our founder, Daniel, because he is the visionary for the company, our new product development team, because they can really help guide us to what is feasible. The brand team plays a role because we're thinking consumer first, and our sales team is incredibly important. Whenever we're bringing a product to market, we need to know that it's going to drive incremental sales for a category and really reshape how consumers see a category. If we don't have that last component and have that sales voice, then we probably don't have something that's going to be a success in market.
Well, with a process like that in place, it sounds like Kind has a bright future going forward, and we're going to continue to see really innovative, unique products hitting the shelves. I want to thank you so much for joining us here and taking time out of Expo West to chat with us, and hope you have a great rest of the show.
Thanks for having me.